Hello, hello, good morning, children. So, our lesson for today is about the least common multiples and its method. Of course, with me, Mama Rita. Let us start. Find the GCF using continuous division. The numbers are 8 and 12. So, let us remember all the prime numbers. So now, here at my side are the prime numbers. So all we need to do is to get the divisibility of the two numbers. So 8 can be divided by 2 and 12 can be divided by 2. So I use number 2. Okay, so 8 divided by 2 is 4, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, 4 and 6 can also be divided by 2. So I use 2 again. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So there is no more common prime factors. So the common prime factors are 2 times 2. So the GCF is equal now to 4. Okay, next number are 12 and 18. So 12 and 18 can be divided by 2. So I use 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So since 6 can be divided by 2 but 9 cannot be divided, so I will proceed to number 3. So I use 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So there is no more common prime factors. And the common prime factors are 2 and 3. And then the GCF now is equal to 6. Next number, 15 and 25. So 15 and 25 can be divided by 5. So I use 5. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5. So there is no more common prime factors. The GCF now is equal to 5. Next number, 24 and 32. Okay, so 24 and 32 can be divided by 2, so I use 2. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 32 divided by 2 is 16. And also, 12 and 16 can be divided by 2, so 12 divided by 2 is 6. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And also, 6 and 8 can be also divided by 2, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So there is no more common prime factors. And the common prime factors are 2 times 2 times 2. And the GCF now is equal to 8. Let's proceed to another number. The numbers are 36 and 42. So 36 and 42 can be divided by 2. So 36 divided by 2 is equal to 18. 42 divided by 2 is equal to 21. So 18 now and 21 can be divided by 3. So I use 3. 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. And 21 divided by 3 is equal to 7. So since there's no more common prime factors, the prime factors are 2 and 3. So 2 times 3 is equal now to 6. Then the GCF is 6. Okay, so let us have our story problem for today. I will read. During the summer months, one ice cream truck visits Charlie's neighborhood every 3 days. And another ice cream truck visits her neighborhood every 5 days. If both trucks visited today, when is the next time of both trucks will visit on the same day? Okay, now class, in analyzing the problem, let us do the listing multiples. So let us start with every 3 days the truck will visit the neighborhood. So let us begin with multiples of 3. So let's start with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and so on and so forth. Okay. So, how about the other truck visits every fifth day? Okay, so let's begin with 5. Multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, and so on and so forth. So now, class, if you can see the multiples list, so we will notice that we have a um, common number here, so which is 15. Another common number is 30. So, so the least common multiple here are those found uh, the the lower number, which is number 15. So we choose 15 rather than 30 because we only want the nearest possible time that they can meet together. So the common multiples are those are found in both lists. So what is the least common multiple here is 15, not 30, even though they are the same also. So we choose the least. Okay, let us have a continuous division process. So we have 3 and 5. So we all know that 3 and 5 is already prime numbers. So the only common factors is 1. So we can divide 3 divided by 1 is 3. 5 divided by 1 is 5. So since the only common factor is 1, so we will multiply 1 times 3 times 5 to get the least common multiples. So the LCM is now equal to 1 times 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So by using the prime factorization, we have 5 and 3. So by factoring out 5, so we have 1 times 5. By factoring out 3, we have 1 times 3. So by listing the factors of 3 and 5, we have 3 is equal to 1 times 3 and 5 is equal to 1 times 5. By getting the least common multiple, we all bring down the numbers that are not the same. So the common difference is here 1 times 3 times 5. So it is equal now to 15. So the next time both track will visit is on the 15th day. Now, the least common multiple is the smallest of the common multiples of the two or more numbers. So to find the least common multiples or the LCM of the number, we can use listing method, prime factorization, and the continuous division. So let us have another example. So list the first several multiples of each number. Look for the common multiples and find the LCM. So here are the example. So for number 1, we have 3 and 4. So we list down all the multiples of 3 by 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and so on. And for number 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, and so on. So the common multiples here are 12 and 24. By least common multiple, we only choose the smallest number, which is number 12. Next, For number 2, we have 6 and 8. So let us list 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, and so on. So by means of 8, we have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, and so on. So by getting the common multiples, we have 24 and 48. So the least by this number common is 24. So the LCM now is 24. Did you get it, class? Okay, for number 3, we have 7 and 6. So let us list down some of multiples of 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, and 56, and so on. Now, for number 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, and so on. So as I look into it, so we have the list 42. So the LCM now is 42. Okay, let us have this by continuous division. So we have 42 and 35. So 42 and 35 can be divided by 7. So let us use 7. So 42 divided by 7 is 6. 35 divided by 7 is 5. So we don't have any common divisible common prime numbers. So we will now get the least common multiple. So we will multiply the numbers. So 7 times 6 times 5 is equal now to 212. So the common multiples here is 212 by 42 and 35. Okay? Another number, 24 and 36. So we have common prime numbers here, which is 2. We can divide it. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. 36 divided by 2 is 18. And we can also divide 12 and 18 by 2 again. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So we can also divide 6 and 9 by 3. Okay, so 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So since we don't have any common prime numbers here, so we will multiply all together. Okay, so by getting the least common multiples here, so we have 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 times 3 equals 12. 12 times 2 equals 24. 24 times 3 is 72. So the least common multiples of the number are 72. Is 72 rather. Next, we have, okay, for your assignment, we have 14 and 21 for number 1. For number 2, we have 12 and 16. And for number 3, we have 40 and 60. So get the least common multiples by using continuous division. So don't forget to turn in your answer in your Google Classroom. For that, thank you for listening, children. Goodbye.